I'm so excited right now because you and we get to have coffee together. I did this in my get to know me video, but something that I just absolutely love to do with my friends is to sit and grab coffee. And that's like really a term that basically just means we're gonna go to like a little coffee shop, we're gonna sit with our beverages, and we're just gonna chat for like as long as we feel like chatting. So coffee is like optional. Today I have a tea instead because I already had my coffee this morning. So I am drinking a peppermint herbal tea once again. I think I've said this a few times now, but I've been absolutely obsessed with my peppermint teas because Christmas. But let's get into what this video is gonna be about. What are we doing here? And this is actually something that I think I'm gonna make into more of like a series rather than just like one or two one-off videos. Like I said, I did this in my get to know me video, but I think that there's just something so fun and so like girlhood about just sitting across the table from somebody or like sitting next to somebody in a big comfy chair and like sitting and chatting and having coffee. And I just want us to be able to have that kind of relationship where we can just sit and chat and we can have our warm beverage together or cold beverage if you are an iced girly, and we can just sit and talk. This is really just an opportunity for us to like sit, chat, hang out. We can talk about what's currently going on, talk about our current reads. Today, because it is Bookmas and we are in the Christmas spirit, it is going to be more of like a Christmas themed coffee chat, but I think my current working title for this series is Cozy Coffee Chats, but I'm not absolutely in love with that. So if you have another idea for what I should call this series, please let me know. I'm here for suggestions. But usually when I grab coffee with friends, I always want to know what they ordered too. So please let me know in the comments what your coffee order, your beverage order of choice is, whether it's what you're drinking right now or what you usually order when you go to a coffee shop, because I need to know and maybe I need to try it. But like I said, today I have my peppermint tea and I'm really just excited to get into a couple of things with you guys. I really want to talk first and foremost about current reads. So let me know in the comments what your current reads are. And also if you read just one book at a time, or if you're someone that reads like multiple books at a time, please let me know. I'd love to know. I think I said this in my get to know me as well, but I do typically read multiple books at the same time because I really like to read in different mediums. I like to have a physical book, an audiobook, and a Kindle book going on all at the same time. However, right now, I'm very much not doing that. I am actually only reading one book, which is so crazy for me, but I've been so busy that I just have not had the time or the capacity to like pick up more than that. So my current read is Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is the second book in the Boys of Tommen series. Please let me know if you've read the Boys of Tommen series, what your thoughts are on it, because I have such mixed feelings. I feel like it is kind of in the same boat for me as Magnolia Parks, where I'm like, it's good, like I'm eating it up. It's so fast paced, it's so easy to read, and the drama is like drama-ing, but I feel like also the characters are pretty like toxic, and there's so many things about their relationships and things that are going on that are just like really unhealthy and really toxic. And so part of it is like, do I really want to be reading this because I'm in this situation in my brain now that's like really unhealthy? And so I am like having a little bit of a struggle with like that series because of how similar it is to Magnolia Parks. I do think I'm at the very least going to finish Keeping 13 because I have started it and I am enjoying it, and it's not like there's anything in there that's like really setting me in a like bad mood, but I am like trying to be a little bit more aware of like what I'm reading and how what I'm reading affects like my mental health and my spiritual health, and just trying to be like really discerning with the books that I pick up. So I am just interested to see how Boys of Tommen continues to go, and we'll see what I do after Keeping 13. I'm not sure if I'll continue with the series or not, but I'll keep you posted. I would love to get into holiday season, Christmas season. I want to know what's going on with you. I'm going to let you know what's going on with me. First and foremost, Thanksgiving was absolutely amazing. I posted a Thanksgiving vlog, so definitely go check that out if you haven't already. But Thanksgiving weekend, I had so much family in town and we really just got to spend like so much good quality time together, which I absolutely love. Like spending time with family is one of the most important things to me. I spend a lot of time with my family. I love my family. I get along really well with my family, which I know that that's super rare. And so I'm very, very thankful and grateful for the opportunity to be close with my family members. Anyways, I had a really, really fun Thanksgiving weekend. And then coming up, my brother is actually getting married this month. And so we have a ton more people coming in from out of town. Actually starting like tonight for me, we already have people like starting to come into town. So we're gonna have a bunch of different people staying with us. We're gonna have a lot of different like fun things that we're gonna do with everybody because it's like wedding season for them. And so obviously with that is all the fun wedding things. We're doing like a bachelorette weekend. I'm so excited to have everyone here and to just get to like spend time with so many people that I haven't gotten to spend time with in like years, some of them that are coming into town for the wedding. So that is gonna be so fun and honestly such a like fun thing in the middle of the Christmas season to be able to like get everybody together, because Christmas, I don't know about you guys, but for me, Christmas has never been like the big holiday where everyone gets together for. Like that's always been Thanksgiving for us. So Thanksgiving is when like our extended family come into town and we kind of do like a bigger thing and we invite like anybody, you know, of like extended family or close friends or whatever, like from far away, from close to us. Like we kind of just like my parents host like a big Thanksgiving, and that's kind of our like big family holiday. Christmas tends to be a little bit more laid back, slowed down, like there's not as much family that usually comes in town, and a lot of people I know it's the only time of year that they see their extended family or like friends that live further away and things like that. But for us, it really hasn't been that for a few years now, and so there's a lot of family and friends that I feel like you see when there are bigger events, like for us, it's a wedding, that it's just so fun to catch up with everybody and to see everybody and like get a chance to spend time with people that you haven't seen in a long time. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then shortly after the wedding, it will be Christmas. We don't have any like huge plans for Christmas this year. There's a couple of different things we usually do. The night before, usually on Christmas Eve, we always open, like all growing up as kids, like we could always open one present on Christmas Eve and it was always pajamas. I loved that tradition because it kind of got out like the giddiness of being really excited to open something, but it was something small and something that I could use that night of like, okay, I get to like open my Christmas PJs and then I get to put them on and like use it immediately. I sleep in my Christmas PJs and then we wake up and we do all the Christmas things. When I was a kid, our rule in the morning was we could wake up whenever we wanted and we could open our stockings when we woke up, but we had to stay quiet. We could do whatever we could play with whatever we got in our stockings, and like that was like free game. We had to stay quiet, and then when my parents got up, my mom would make a big breakfast and we had to wait until after breakfast and then we could start opening presents. And when I was growing up, we had a really close family friend that was like an uncle to us, and he would always come over on Christmas morning, and our rule was we couldn't start like breakfast and presents and all that until he got there. And he has always been the type that was like, he would sleep in. So I think part of it was like to mess with us as kids. Like he would purposefully wait until like 9, like he would say like, oh yeah, 8:30 or 8 or whatever. And it would be like 9:30 by the time he got to the house. And it was honestly really fun. And like, I don't know what it was about that experience that both frustrated me and made me really happy at the same time, because there was just that anticipation and that excitement that we got about like, oh, whenever Uncle Tim gets here, like we're gonna get to finish eating breakfast, or we're gonna get to eat breakfast, and then we're gonna get to open our presents. And then my family was always a one at a time family. but my husband's family is a free-for-all family. So very different ways of opening presents. When we open presents in my family, the way that we've always done it is breakfast, and then everyone sits around and we kind of like circle up in like the living room area where the presents are, and we always read Luke 2, like the full chapter, I think, well, all the way up until the circumcision part. But we would like always take turns going around in a circle. Once you were old enough to read, you were reading bits of it, and we would just go around little sections at a time and read all of Luke 2 as a family before opening presents. And the purpose and the thing that like was really special to me was that we were able to really focus our eyes and just hone in on like Christmas is about the ultimate gift, which is Jesus Christ. It's not about all these presents that you're about to open. It's about the one gift, the one true gift that is the most meaningful gift you could ever receive, which is salvation through Christ and life in Christ. As a kid, when I was younger, it was like, oh my gosh, can we please get through Luke 2 so I can open my presents? But then as I got older and older, I started appreciating it more and more, that there was this tradition that we had that like we focus on God before we focus on ourselves. And I think it really created something in me that created a priority in my own mind and heart for Christmas that I didn't even, like, it was completely subconscious, because we always did the focus on God, like God is first, and then, you know, ourselves. And I think, and one another and then ourselves, because the other thing that we always did was when we were opening presents, we always went in a circle and opened presents one at a time. And always started with the youngest, because usually the youngest was the most antsy. But I am the oldest and my brother is 5 years younger. So by the time I was, 5 or 6, I already, I wasn't first anymore. And then of course, if we had like cousins in town or other people in town that were younger, then it was the lineup, the youngest went first and then it was older from there. And so not only did I have to wait for Luke 2, but then I had to wait for my little brother, and then I could open one present. And then we had to go to my mom and then my dad, and then it circled back around to my brother. And that's just if it was only the 4 of us. When I was a teenager, my parents did have another kid. And so when she was born and started getting presents and stuff, then there were 2 before me. And now I'm the oldest of all the cousins as well. And I'm a month older than my husband. So even when my husband's over and we do Christmas with them, I'm somewhere in the middle, which makes me feel so old. But it's such a good and enjoyable reminder that it's not about me. And the blessing of being able to give gifts to others, to first receive the gift of Christ, when we read Luke 2, and then to give, so the others opening the gifts one at a time, and then to receive, getting to be a part of that so that others get to give also. I just think it has always been such a good way to do Christmas morning, because I think we can get so wrapped up in the excitement of opening gifts and doing all this stuff, and we lose the full meaning of God's gift to us, of his son being born, is the meaning of Christmas. And then because we've received his gift, we can gift others, and that is the whole point. And so yeah, I don't know, this is just kind of how my family has incorporated that into our traditions. My husband's family, they're also Christians, and they grew up doing it a little bit differently. I know we all always used to go to Christmas service. Both of our families used to serve, but then in their family, they do a free-for-all, it's chaos in their house, which is honestly, it can be really fun. It was overwhelming the first couple years that I did Christmas with them, just because I was like, wait, what's going on? What do you mean? Like, we're all just opening gifts like all at the same time, all together. Like, that's crazy. But what's cool is that I got like put into that, you know, tradition of theirs, and I can appreciate that and like the fun of it and the excitement of it and like everybody doing everything at the same time. It feels very like, yeah, exciting and fun. And then they have also like partaken in the one at a time tradition that my family's done too, and like tried that out at different times. We hosted Christmas one year at our apartment. We did like Christmas dinner with everybody, and everyone had like little gifts, and when they were at, you know, our house, we did it one at a time. And so it was cool to like let them into like what we do and them bring me into what they do. And one of the coolest things about marriage is like the combining of those traditions and of those different like things that your family does, and like being a part of each other's things. So yeah, anyway, that was a long ramble about Christmas, but this is, I guess, a Christmas chat. So this year, unfortunately, my husband is working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So we'll be celebrating Christmas together, not actually on Christmas. And then we'll celebrate with his family the day after Christmas, and with my family as well. My parents host a goofy gift exchange, or just like a gift exchange with everyone. So because we don't typically do like a big thing on Christmas Day with them, like the Christmas Day thing is like immediate family. They invite all of our like extended family, friends, everybody to come over the day or like sometime in the week between Christmas and New Year's to do a gift exchange. And that is like a huge thing, and everybody in like my husband's family comes, and my brother's fiance's family comes, and it's just like a whole big thing for everybody, which is so fun. So we'll be doing that this year the day after Christmas, and then we'll also be doing like a Christmas dinner type thing with my husband's family the day after Christmas as well. So our celebrations are just gonna keep on. They've started already, and they're just gonna keep going, which I kind of love. It can be sometimes sad to like have my husband working on holidays like that, but I think it's really honestly helped us to remember that like a holiday is just a date on the calendar. Like, you can celebrate these things that the holidays are meant to represent on any day of the calendar. It doesn't have to be the specific date. As kids, obviously it's a little different. Like, there's Santa and there's like all that stuff that's like on December 25th, this is what we do. And so I think like there might be some things that will either change or be harder or different or whatever when we do like eventually start having kids. But at this point, it's not a huge deal to us to just go, yeah, like we'll celebrate on December 26th or December 23rd or, you know, one of these days like around Christmas. It's not a big deal. So the nice thing though is that because he's working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, he's off New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So New Year's Eve is gonna be so fun. We have plans to hang out with like some of our friends and family on that night, and then the next day we have plans to go with our friends to see the release of the last episode of Stranger Things. We're going on like January 1st to the movie theaters, which it's gonna be so fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So we have so much happening this holiday season, so much coming up. Please let me know what's coming up for you. What are you the most excited about around the holiday season? And then what is your favorite tradition that you do in the holiday season? I feel like I could talk for so long about the different traditions and stuff that we do, but I'm not going to, because I feel like I've already yapped your ear off about Christmas. I'm so excited. Next year, we have so many new releases coming out for book releases and movie adaptations coming out. Like, the People We Meet on Vacation adaptation comes out literally in January, which is so soon. And then on top of that, even before then, The Housemaid comes out in like a week from the time you guys are seeing this. It's like 2 weeks for me. But like, The Housemaid movie adaptation comes out so soon. I've seen the trailer for it and it looks so good. I'm really, really excited. I'm hoping that it's as good as the book was and like as thrilling as the book was. I feel like it will be, because when reading that book, there's so much like, oh my gosh, like this would be so fun to like watch, or like so good to watch. This would translate really well on screen. So I'm very excited to go watch The Housemaid. And then I'm also very excited about People We Meet on Vacation. But in general, we've had so many good movie releases this year. Like we had Wicked, we went and saw the new Now You See Me movie, which was pretty good. And then we also have Stranger Things that's gonna be in theaters. We have The Housemaid that's gonna be in theaters. We have People We Meet on Vacation, like, and that's just in the span of like 2.5 months. I feel like going to the movies is like, it's back. It's one of my favorite like outings is the movies. I love the vibes. I love getting popcorn and your massive drink that's like bigger than your head, and just like sitting and hanging out and watching like something on a screen that is like absolutely massive is just such a fun experience to me. So I'm so happy that we have some movies finally that are good, and we have some more coming out that are good. It's so exciting. I can't wait. I think we have chatted for quite long enough. I actually have no idea how long we've been hanging out and chatting, but I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. But let me know if you guys enjoy our little cozy coffee chats. Let me know also if you have another idea for the name, because I'm not in love with it. I don't mind it, but I'm not in love with it. And let me know if you want me to keep on doing more of these. Like, I would love to continue this series because I think it's so fun to just like sit and chat with you. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you like hanging out. Also, please don't forget to tell me what you're currently reading, because I do want to know what your current reads are and what your favorite holiday traditions are. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you again tomorrow for another day of Bookmas. Bye.